What's up, my brothers and sisters? We did it. 2020 is officially over, and here comes 2021, which looks like it's gonna be about the same shit. We've got some new subjects for you today. Corona, which doesn't seem to fucking go away, and we've got these masks to wear now. So we'll talk about that in a second. Now, firstly, I want to apologize. We were meant to do a bunch of podcasts in the holidays and the Christmas, but we didn't, because you go on holiday, you get lazy. The corona happened again. We all got quarantined. You know what? Actually, you know what I forgot to mention?
My story.
Lee fucking nearly gave me corona. Dude, after we do the last podcast, yeah, I'm sitting at home getting ready for my work Christmas party on a Friday, yeah? Getting ready, I'm putting my clothes on, which is basically just this black t-shirt and some pants. And I get a phone call from Lee, and he's like, I got some bad news. And I'm like, what happened? Did you break down in traffic or something?
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I thought it was all going down, bro. But you know what it was? Someone at Lee's work, we won't mention where he works or what brothel he participates in mostly, but someone there got corona. So they made him call me, because we made a nice little podcast for you guys and drank way too much whiskey. Lee can't remember much of that night, to be fair, neither can I, but we got videos, so we'll remember next time. Oh, man, I'm going to take this shit off my eyes.
Or it didn't happen.
Yeah, what's up? Now, we got to wear these things now, apparently, otherwise we get fined. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, Lee nearly gave me corona. He had to call me and go, listen, you can't go anywhere. You got to self-isolate or quarantine, and everyone needs to get a test. So I had to go to my golf chest, leave work, go get a test. Lee got a test. These motherfuckers stayed 2-3 hours in lines getting tests. I just stayed home and played video games and bitched about it more than anyone else, so I don't know what my problem is. But we were clear. How long did it take, Lee? 48 hours?
I got the test the next day, didn't I?
You got the test on the day, didn't you?
I got the test
You got the
on
result,
the day, and
mate.
I got the result.
He got the result. See, Lee can't even remember because Corona fucked with his head. But yeah, we were safe. So he made me miss my Christmas party, and next year owes me one. So
it was like a revenge thing, because my Christmas party happened to be that day and it got cancelled because of the person testing corona.
That is
so
correct.
I just wanted to make sure that you couldn't go to yours.
Yeah, motherfucker. Everyone's Corona Christmas party got cancelled or whatever, right? So yeah, we're here in 2021. I'm trying to be healthy this year, taking a bit of a break from drinking, and fucking doing the same shit because we got to stay home after fucking time. So yeah, Corona. We got some new subjects, eh? Something different to talk about. Corona. New South Wales. We got to wear masks now. We get fined. It's fucking lovely. What I don't get right is there's no new cases, right? And before people were dying, but now we got to wear masks. I don't really care. It's a mask. You know what the most frustrating thing is that, like I was saying to Lee, I walked halfway up to the shops in 30-degree weather, and just to realize I forgot my fucking mask and had to come all the way back home and then go back. A little bit frustrating sometimes.
Such a fuck around there.
A little bit frustrating sometimes. Oh,
to go in a shop for what? 2 minutes?
Yeah, man, it's not I'm going there sneezing, licking fucking carrots, putting them back. I'm not licking the can of baked beans and fucking rolling it down, hoping it touches someone's ankle when we're spreading this shit. I just don't get it. And their excuses, they say there's no cases, but the testing's too low. But don't they say you come forward for testing if you have symptoms? So if no one's got symptoms and they don't come forward, of course the testing's fucking low, because no one thinks they have it. And listen, the other thing I don't get is, like, if it is just out there in the community, look, I'm just fucking confused. I'm clearly a scientist and I've been to Harvard University, so no one should listen to me, yeah? But the one thing is as well, like I always said this to you, Lee, is before people were dying like all the time, and now they're freaking out about infections, and don't get me wrong, like I said, it's definitely people are dying, definitely people are being affected by this, some longer than others, some are allegedly, permanently, I don't know, they are correct. But also, there's a lot of people who are unaffected by this, and it seems like that is the majority to me. You know what I mean? So I just don't get that there's still this big freak out, and they're making us pay fines and stuff, and not for people. Some of the people maybe can't pay their rent for not wearing these masks. To be fair, everyone's doing a good job. Everyone's wearing masks now, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Everywhere
I've only seen one person on a bus that I was on yesterday that didn't. And I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and just say they forgot it, because fuck, I've forgotten it like 4 times when I've gone to the petrol station.
And what are you going to do, tell them off? Where's your mask, buddy?
Yeah.
Can you get off the bus, please? We're all trying to be safe. No one's gonna. The same thing happened to me when I had to go up and down to the shop. There was a big Islander dude walking around like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I was like, oh, dude, I wish I had the balls of that guy. I wish I had the balls of that guy, bro. But I'm just scared of the fine. I don't want to argue with people. I just get very confused by it sometimes. And they said today that they're planning easing restrictions, maybe, but the masks are going to be indefinite, man, apparently. I don't know. I just don't get the mask. What if we still touch our face and touch, like, can't we get it that way?
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't it droplets? Someone can sneeze on a thing, you touch
the
it.
The whole thing with the mask is you're not spraying.
Look
when you talk, you're spraying shit.
Bro, when I talk with this, I'm spraying shit everywhere,
but
man.
that's not the what's it called? The masks are those that specific number, the N95s or whatever they are.
Not everyone's wearing N95 anyways.
I know they're not. So that's the hypocrisy of it. They're not saying you have to wear those specific masks, but those masks stop the transmission of fluids apparently.
Yeah, I just don't get it. You know, it's all a little bit confusing to me now. And I was pissed off before. Now I don't really give a fuck because you know we survive what we put a mask on. It's not the biggest deal. I'm not going to sit here and have a fucking cry about it. But it just doesn't make a bit of sense to me, you know, here and there. The testing's too low. It's because no one feels sick. But we all have to go sit in 2-hour fucking thing so you can make us stop wearing masks. What the fuck is this?
In 2-hour thing? What do you mean by
like, I should clarify, like waiting 2 hours to get a test. Waiting in a 2-hour fucking line to get a test, right? We all got to do it though, no one feels sick, no one's died. They said one person's died. This I have to say and clarify because I'm a bit confused by this. Maybe you can play devil's advocate and try to poke fucking holes. But they said the 56th person has died in New South Wales, right? And they said from complications of corona. He actually had corona in March of last year and he's died now. Can you, that's all the information they gave us. But I was thinking, what if, and this is a massive what if, right? Again, what the fuck do I know? I'm just sprouting shit. I'm making this up as I go. But what if this guy already had like a lung condition before he got the COVID? He got the COVID, he got over the COVID, so he actually survived being sick and then he died of his original sickness. Like how do we know that didn't happen?
Possible, yeah.
That's very possible.
That is very possible.
You know what I mean?
You could say the same with the flu. Someone might have had a pre-existing lung condition, then got the flu, and then got rid of the flu, and then the lung condition killed them.
Yeah, maybe it worse. Maybe got a bit inflamed. You know, maybe it fucked with their lungs a bit more.
I think it's a given that the numbers aren't accurate.
Yeah, how could you say a guy had it in March, now he's died, and now we have to, I don't know. Maybe that's not what they were saying, but that's what it seemed like.
Did they say whether he had symptoms for that whole, from
no.
March till now?
They said because of complications. It was very vague, you know what I mean? I just feel sometimes it's a bit too vague.
Yeah,
it gives me the shits, that's all, you know?
Yeah, tell me the whole story, don't just give me a sentence.
Yeah, come on,
If it was 12 months he had it for, what happened in that 12 months?
Yeah, dude. And I know, I sit here and I say that, but you know, and then there's now 500,000 people have done it in America, right? Yeah. Have you seen Americans? Like, they're a bit of a bigger folk. You know what I mean? They're like 2 people in one sometimes, some of them.
I think the UK has the highest death rate now, right? I read that yesterday. Yeah, I think they finally, because it's really bad in the UK again at the moment.
Again,
but they're in the thick of winter.
In winter it gets worse, perhaps, you know?
Definitely. People get sick in winter, it's a given.
That is true. Is there overly healthy or unhealthy people in England? I don't know.
I think it's the same as, because wasn't Australia one of the most obese countries in the world for a while?
Like what? We obese, bro. We've got sons out, guns out, bro.
I don't know. Maybe not now so much now, but I remember when we were in school it was about that. But no, I think the UK does have a high obesity rate, but it's
US. UK, did you say?
Yeah, the UK.
UK. Okay.
I think the US is I
think US is the highest. I don't know. I'm just trying to talk from facts.
It depends what you call the highest. It's not the highest number, right? It's got to be the highest percentage because you can't.
Percentage? There's different ones. Per capita percentage. What the fuck does all this mean? Who's got the fattest people? Let me know. Who's got the chubs, bro? So you know, that's the thing. That's the only thing I want to highlight because all I hear in the news or from these politicians is it's killing people. It's yes, it is, but there's also people doing kickboxing rounds with Corona. You know what I mean? And me and Lee, maybe more me than Lee, but Lee also sometimes we watch the UFC. That's like a song or a rhyme I just did, bro. Man, now what? I'm the real Slim Shady, but I'm gonna stay seated for now. What was it saying about the UFC? Anyway, sorry, excuse me. There was a fighter, right? Last year again, in February he had the corona. In September he won the fucking UFC championship. There's all these other fighters. There was another fighter, I believe it was Kevin Holland, or even a fighter called Chaos Williams. They got the corona. Their fight got postponed 2 weeks later, and they fought. And some of these people won. So I'm like, these are also facts. You know, these are also things that are true about this disease. I'm not trying to diminish the people who are dying.
You're just trying to say it affects everyone differently.
Correct. I'm just saying there's 2 sides to this fucking coin
and
here.
it seems like the majority.
And they're just showing us one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're just saying, no, people are dying, you could be next. Well, it's like, yeah, but there's also UFC fighters fucking fighting 2 weeks after they're done with it. You know what I mean? There's people rolling around and nothing even happens. You know, so that exists too. And I'm not saying, hey, fuck it, you know, let everyone die, but I think there's just we got to ease up a bit now, man, because also like I don't know, it's getting a bit ridiculous. Again, I'm sorry, excuse me, but lucky here in New South Wales and Australia, businesses are open. We're a bit limited. This, that, and the other thing. Unfortunately, I have seen some businesses close. There was a nice bicycle shop where I used to get my bike fixed that closed, unfortunately, in Marrickville, but. It is what it is.
What about the whole thing that they're letting in all the tennis players right now to Australia for the Australian?
Luckily, I've got that written down here. But were you looking at my fucking notes, bro?
I was looking at our notes on WhatsApp.
we nearly have a WhatsApp of shit to talk about sometimes because we
and they're letting in all the actors as well, like all the.
Let's start with the tennis players because I'm with you here. We are not allowed to go out to see our family on Christmas, yeah. But these tennis fucks can come on a plane load of dickheads with corona. We are not allowed to travel internationally until 2022.
So they're saying, yeah.
But these dickheads can come play tennis and bring in corona. And then we have to lock down again and not fucking go anywhere. Yeah. Who likes tennis that much? Can you tell me? Who the fuck likes tennis that much, Lee?
To be fair, I like tennis, but not that much.
Get the fuck out of here. Podcast over, bro. This guy with tennis. First it was golf, now tennis. Next is going to be cricket. They play cricket too. I don't know, whatever. Do you think? But I just don't like the thing that we have to lock down, we have to do all the stuff.
We're not allowed to travel, so that kills me.
But they can bring it in.
Yeah.
And then you bring it in, but we don't know.
And I know they're saying that they're flying in on private jets and it's just like them and their close circle and shit, but it's like, yeah, but we're not allowed to fucking leave. If I can't go see my family in the UK, how come this cunt can come play some tennis?
That's right, yeah.
Like
you know why? I'll tell you why. Money. Yeah. Oh, damn, we figured it out, bro. Money makes the world go around. Who knew?
That's their whole thing with the reason they're letting in all the actors for Thor, the next Thor movie, because they're saying that that's going to bring 2,500 jobs to the economy. It's going to bring, well, can't really bring tourism, but it's going to bring money to the economy and raise jobs. And it's like, yeah, but what, we can't live our normal lives?
That's right. It's very annoying and frustrating to me, and it's starting to piss me off. And look, at the same time, I'm not directly affected. You know, that's why I should have said before as well. That's why we took such a fucking big holiday. We didn't get to quarantine like some of you, bro. I've been working the whole 2020, stressed out. I've been wearing gloves and masks, and I'm doing all sorts of retarded 100%. Shit. You know what I mean? Some stupid shit. Excuse me for my rude words there or whatever. But yeah, and the other one is, right, we be getting fined for not wearing our masks on the public transport or in the shops or in certain places, right? But Miranda Kerr breaches quarantine, yeah, because she came overseas, breaches quarantine for what I believe, what's a fine for breaching quarantine? Can you please Google that for me? She breaches quarantine 14 days in Australia. You know what she got? An official police warning. She's married to a billionaire. Can you fucking find them, please? It's like $10,000. It's chump change. It's like $1 to the guy.
Oh yeah, because she's married to Packer, right?
She's not married to Packer, bro.
Isn't it?
She's married to some other dude.
James Packer, isn't it?
No. No, some other really rich dude. And he has like an app or some bullshit. Look that up next, bro. You know, come on, yell at me with these answers, dude. But, yeah, what the fuck's up with that? Miranda Kerr? No wonder Orlando Bloom left you. You know, just jokes and stuff, but fuck you too, you know. You know, that's all. I don't know what
Australians in Victoria face $20,000 fines if breaking strict lockdown rules. $20,000.
$20,000
in Victoria, though.
But you can't find fucking Miranda Kerr. Who's she married to? What app does he have? I want to know his app, Lee. What's the word? Not hijacking. We're boycotting. We're boycotting the app as soon as we fucking find it.
Evan Spiegel?
Evan Spiegel! It's over, bro! Who's Evan Spiegel, dude? I don't even know.
He's the Snapchat founder.
I love Snapchat. Fuck! Damn it, Lee! Oh, no! It's fucked. We can't even protest, Lee, on lockdown. I like Snapchat. Give me something free off Snapchat now, bro. I'm clearly upset.
You can just do Instagram stories.
We're switching to Instagram, maybe. I got Instagram. I did one before this. You guys probably saw me with the maybe. I don't know who watches this shit. Who's got Instagram?
5 people.
Listen, we're gonna make it, Lee. We got 65 people watched the last one. We're gonna be fucking famous, maybe. So that's the corona in Australia. You know, America's meant to be mental, but I wanted to talk about this other thing in America because I think America's just fucking mental in total with the whole Trump thing and the people storming it. Now, I gotta say this first off. I don't really like Trump. I couldn't give a fuck. My thing I always say to Lee and everyone here, like, we live in Australia, like, who cares? Everyone's like, yeah, but the US, they control the world stage. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, but his policies don't really affect me that much. And if they do, honestly, not enough to notice at this stage. So maybe one day I'll start giving a fuck. But right now, I just think it's kind of funny, some of the shit he says. Like, I'm not all caught up in all this shit because he's over there, we're over here. So he's no idol of mine. Don't support him because what's there to support him in Australia, number one, so he can go fuck himself. But I just don't get how people, and the media especially, have painted him as this massive racist with all the stuff that he's allegedly said, that they say he said. And the one thing with the storming of the Capitol, those people are fucking morons, and you know, they did the wrong thing and all that kind of stuff. They're just stupid people, clearly doing the stupid stuff. And a lot of them have been arrested, and good. You shouldn't be doing that shit. And a lot of people died doing that as well. 5 people, I believe, died. One of them being a police officer who apparently was on their side, was a Trump supporter. They killed a police officer who was a Trump supporter. These people are fucking maniacs. They deserve everything that's coming to them. All I wanted to touch on, right, is I don't think he started it. Hear me out, right?
Started what?
I've got news articles and I've taken Snapchats. We could talk about maybe sharing these images later, but I saw it in our news. Trump incites riot. Trump incites protesters to storm Capitol, right? On Twitter as well. On Twitter have now banned him and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to get into free speech and what I think about it and that stuff, but they're all saying that Trump incited the riot. Now, I read those tweets, which what pisses me off about the free speech, we'll get there, is Twitter's taken them down, so we can't even look and examine them anymore. We're just going to listen to their narrative on the news. So it's a bit frustrating as well. But I saw Trump saying, yes, we have to protest, it's been a fake election, rigged election, we got it stolen from us, and all this kind of stuff. And people are going, that's undemocratic, this, that, and the other thing. Do you people not remember when George Bush won the election? There's a great movie, it's called Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore, not whatever Michael Moore, but a great movie, where Al Gore protested that the fucking election was rigged and stolen from him until the last day. They took it to the highest thing of the Senate. They fought it tooth and nail the whole way, basically, all of the way. They fought it until the last day, and Bush got inaugurated, right? We're going to talk some American politics now. Do you remember that?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Not many people do. I've got a memory of someone with a really good memory. But I remember that, and you can see it in Fahrenheit 9/11. Al Gore protested the election the whole way. Trump, and back then it was his right to do so. Trump's doing it now, and he's starting riots apparently. And look, he did say, the one thing he did say, we should go protest on the Capitol, you know, protest. He was saying stuff like the election was stolen from us, you know.
So one of his tweets was January 6th, see you in Capitol Hill.
Sure, for protests, and also, but did no one brings up? And I've got snapshots. I've got snapshots of the tweets where he says we come and go peacefully and all that, and with love. And he always, the whole way of the time, said go peacefully. The person who didn't say go peacefully is that lawyer Giuliani, who's his lawyer. You know what Giuliani said? Yeah. Which I totally agree. He goes, it's going to be trial by combat.
There was another one of his advisors as well. I'd have to find it.
It was an advisor said some crazy shit.
Yeah, an advisor said come armed, basically. Like he did a call to arms, basically.
Giuliani definitely said, you can see it on Twitter or whatever. You can actually see him say the words, trial by combat. I saw Trump say go with peace and love. And then when they started breaking the laws and started protesting violently, he was putting out tweets saying that anyone who breaks the law will be condemned the full way. And all this kind of stuff. I've got a picture of an article I've got on my phone of news.com.au where they post a thing, Trump incites riot, hidden meaning behind what he says. And unfortunately I didn't take snapshots the whole way through. I took a snapshot of the headline, but in the article they twist his words to mean what they're saying. They go, oh, by saying, you know, they stole the election, he's actually telling people to be violent. What? Why? Just because you say so? When all the other tweets say go with peace and love? Again, not advocating for the guy. The people who did this shit are fucking morons. This is ridiculous. I just don't understand how he started it. I don't see how he said the word and went, yeah, go right and start stopping the count. Who did you find
I think the whole thing is that he hasn't stopped saying that he believes the election was rigged.
Against my point, neither did Al Gore until the day Bush got inaugurated, and he goes, we still think it's rigged, the Senate thinks otherwise, Bush is president. And what Obama's done now is as well, he's being a bit like selfish and I guess you could call it arrogant. I'll call it arrogant, where he's gone, I'm not coming to the inauguration. Melania might not be giving the first lady, the new first lady, a tour of the White House. In all honesty, who gives a fuck? You know, it's tradition. Traditions are made to be broken sometimes, you know what I mean? And do you really want him there? Then there's going to be more protests and stuff. It's already very bitter. Power's being handed over. Joe Biden's the new president, and Trump's going, well, we lost, the election's gone. We tried, we fought it every bit of the way. Unfortunately, it didn't work out our way. Now he's the president. And now he's saying the new movement we're doing is only beginning, because I believe he might even try and run for a fourth term, that crazy dude. But that's all. I just didn't see how he literally said the words. You know, I feel sometimes like
I don't think he said everyone let's riot, like storm Capitol Hill. I don't think he said.
Okay, so you agree with me. Well, my problem is with the news. The news are saying the news are blaming him.
I think we've had this discussion before. I'm not seeing. I have seen some doing that, but I've also seen some saying he's not doing that. I think it depends on what news you follow. But
fair enough. Well, maybe the specific news I think is just so biased and ridiculous. Maybe it is that website I brought up before. You know. But the other thing I want to bring up, and you got that article ready, yeah? Lee sent me an article, right? And I'm going to go through this a little bit. Lee's going to read out a few. And how they painted Trump as a bad guy before, right? Because I think sometimes, to give an analogy, and this might be a really, really shit analogy, but I think Trump might be like our Julia Gillard, right? Because Julia Gillard got into power, and all the politicians and the news and everyone else were, maybe not the news, I can't remember that far, but I remember the politicians just calling her a ginger and being misogynistic and being just ugly and rude to her, and not even trying to be politicians and professional, right? Which I think sometimes he's dealt that card, right? And again, what people have to remember is this guy's like a reality TV star. He's a flamboyant millionaire who fucks younger women and gets these models in, you know what I mean? That's what he's always been. And I guess people are upset with that. Now that he's president, he should be acting more presidential. And I just sometimes don't understand why. Like, you voted him in, excuse me, but now he's got to change his whole being. Like, you knew this was him. That's how he got voted in. He was saying one of the best zingers he had, bro, is when Hillary goes, something about Hillary, and then he goes, yeah, because you'd be in jail. He timed it so perfectly, and dude, it was the best burn. I'm sorry for killing it. Jesus Christ, I should never be a comedian. But yeah, so read a little bit of this article out. I believe it's the Vox article, and give me some of the stuff that they said about what he's done.
So it's supposedly about his long history of racism.
Sure.
This is one from the 1980s. This is someone.
This is an early one.
Her name, I'm guessing. I don't know, him or her. Kip Brown, a former employee at Trump Castle, accused another of one of Trump's businesses of discrimination. So it's not necessarily against Trump, it's against his business.
So it could be someone who's working there.
Yeah.
But somehow this is Trump's fault.
When Donald and Ivana, obviously his wife, came to the casino, the bosses would order all the black people off the floor. It was the 80s, I was a teenager, but I remember it, and they put us all in the back.
Okay, so now the question is, was it Trump asking for this, or was it the bosses just doing it? And also, how do you know if she's just not having a bad memory? Maybe the people went on, she was a teenager, she said. What if the black people just went on, happened to go on break, and she thought it was because of that? Like, I can remember some shit from my teenage years, but you know, it's like, and it's an accusation, you know what I mean? So, okay, next one.
Sorry, keep talking, I'm just trying to find it.
So he's going to find
there's a few in here that I really don't believe are racist at all.
Yeah.
And there's a few that I'm trying to find the one that I think would be.
Sure, find a good one. But, and the other thing I have sometimes is just the news goes, yeah, he said this. He was being rude and racist, but what did he say? I want to hear, and I try to explain this to Lee, is like, when I judge someone and condemn someone, I want a direct quote. I want fucking quotation marks.
So this one's a bit weird, right? In 1993, in congressional testimony, we should look that up what that is, don't know what that is. Trump said that the Native American reservations operating casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me.
But where he's allegedly said that?
It's in quotation marks, yeah.
Can I have a look, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Lee's be dropping everything. Quotation marks. They don't look like Indians to me. Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm just trying to poke holes, right? What if, right, and I could be completely, utterly, sincerely wrong. And I'm happy to admit that. I'm here playing devil's advocate and poking holes purely, just to shoot the shit. So what if there was a casino on an Indian reservation, a specific one, and it was run by people who weren't actually Indians, and he was accusing them because you know what happens on the Indian reservations as far as I know? They don't have to pay taxes, and the government actually pays them some money, and they don't have to obey the federal law. That's why some MMA fights back in the day, not the UFC, obviously, some lesser promotions used to do it on Indian reservations because it wasn't legal in a lot of the states, and that's how they used to get away with it. So what if he's saying purely that, listen, these people are already getting away with taxes, this and that, and they don't actually look like, I'm not even going to Native Americans, he said Indians, but what if he's going, they don't look like Indians, man, and they're getting all this free shit, you know what I mean? It could have been that, or he could have just been fucking jealous and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, so he threw out a racial slur there. So it could have been either there, like, okay, it's in quotations, I like the quotations. Quotations mean something to me. When I read it...
Really? Because people can just type them wherever the fuck they want.
But they can be proven false, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when it's just a sentence, like, he said this, it's like, you're just saying he said that. But when you do a direct quote, I believe when you say the quotation marks, and it's wrong, the person can sue you for libel or libel. Because you're alleging they said some racist shit and it's untrue.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's why quotation marks are important. You need to know what they actually said verbatim. I don't really know what that means, but I think I do. We can get smart. You got another one? You got a racist one?
This is the one we were talking about his show, The Apprentice.
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
In season 2 of The Apprentice, he fired Kevin Allen, a black contestant, for being overeducated. Quotation marks. You're an unbelievably talented guy in terms of education, and you haven't done anything, Trump said on the show. Again, quotation marks. At some point, you have to say that's enough, and that's obviously where he fires him. So I guess they're trying to say that he admitted the guy was well educated.
But what's the next sentence? But you didn't do anything.
But I think what he means by that is you haven't done anything in your career so far.
No. What I think. Read that sentence again. That quote. So you're highly educated.
You're an unbelievably talented guy in terms of education, and you haven't done anything.
Okay, pause there. So what I believe that means, it's very simple. It's got nothing to do with race. And what he's saying to him is like, listen, bro, you're on this show, The Apprentice, where you're meant to build a business and win. You are highly educated, and you've done nothing. You fucked around. Everyone else is doing more work than you.
Okay, so to put a spanner in that works then, what if the reason he hasn't been able to do anything is because people aren't giving him the opportunity?
Apprentice doesn't work like that. Apprentice doesn't work like that. Apprentice...
No, I'm talking about pre-apprentice, right? So Trump is saying you haven't done anything up to this point, right?
Yeah.
That's the point you're talking about. So pre-apprentice, he's got nothing on his resume before. It's how I'm looking at it.
But no, because this is what he did when he fired him. He fired that guy. So the way that...
I guess it's hard to tell because I personally...
Have you ever seen an episode of The Apprentice?
Yeah,
yeah. So at the end, he fires a guy and he gives his speech and he fires him. So that's the speech he gives at the end.
I don't think he's saying you haven't done anything on the show. I think he's saying you don't have a resume.
Why?
Because that's the way it comes across to me.
But because you're reading off a thing, but it's on the show. I don't understand. Why does it come across to you like that?
Because to me it sounds like he's saying you have, and I'm not saying this is racist.
Sure, let's just see it.
I think he's just saying you have no experience, so I'm not going to take you because you have no experience.
If you see it that way, that's fine. The way I see it, right, is what he's saying is you came on this show, right? I'm going to try and expand on what I think he's saying. So you came on this show and you were highly educated and you haven't done anything. And I believe the next quote was, at some point you're going to say, enough is enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. What that sounds like to me is Trump like this guy. He goes, he's highly educated. We got to give him another chance and another chance to try and see if this higher education will come out into something special we can use in business. And then he's saying, and in the end, nothing came out of it. He's basically saying, look, yeah, you might be highly educated, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's to me what he's saying. And
that's
again,
to
sure,
you,
whatever.
Yeah.
I could be fucking wrong. Whether or not how is that racist?
I don't. If you're putting it in your context.
Okay, let's put it in your context.
I don't think.
Let's put it in your context.
Okay.
How's that racist?
The fact that he's firing him because he's black.
But he's not because he's saying you're not educated.
So sorry. Yeah, I said that a bit bluntly. But he's saying you basically have everything you need other than the experience. That's to me because that's my context, right?
Fair enough. Yes.
So he's saying you have everything you need but the experience, but I'm not willing to give you this experience, so I'm going to get rid of you. Whereas I think there's plenty of people on the show who got through for less than this guy. That's the argument I believe people were trying to make. That TV just died.
Give it a hit, bro. Give it a quick smack. Yeah, legit. just so we know it's still recording because this has been deleted many times. I don't know, man. I don't see it like that.
Because we don't have the full. We'd have to watch the episode.
Maybe we might have to watch the episode. You know, it's still recording. You reckon? Give it a smack, dude. I'm not.
I feel like the TV's gonna.
We got a ghetto ass setup here, ladies and gentlemen. We got 65 people watching this shit, so we ain't got no sponsors or nothing. We be doing this purely out of love for you guys. Look, I don't know. I can't get there with that connection there, Lee. You know, I think what it is he's basically saying, look, you came on here, we liked your education, you haven't proven yourself, so enough is enough. I heard nothing there about race.
Again, no, yeah, he doesn't directly say anything. I don't think he ever has directly said like a race, like a direct quote on racism. But I think that's the point, is that everyone thinks he's a closet racist.
And that's what I'm just trying to point out. I just don't see it. Now, look, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers, my sisters, my motherfuckers. We're gonna have to take a quick break because the TV's gonna blow up. So we'll be right back. Yo, we're back. Sorry for the interruption. We had some technical difficulties. The TV.
Intermission.
We had intermission. I hope you guys grabbed some popcorn, maybe a juice, or like a big, large Coca-Cola, a vanilla Coke, or Lee likes the Pepsis.
Oh, yo, you know what another one he did on The Apprentice was? Sorry,
we're talking about the Trump. Tell me about the racism of Trump.
This is in The Apprentice. Apparently they did a thing that was white people versus black people.
And who won? I'm curious.
Okay, hang on. I'll read out the whole thing. 2005, Trump publicly pitched what was essentially the... Okay. Yeah. I know.
See, bullshit.
Well, let's read it out anyway.
Yes, please.
Trump publicly pitched what was essentially The Apprentice, white versus black people. He said he, in quotation marks, he wasn't particularly happy, end quotation marks, with the most recent season of his show, he was considering an idea that is, it's back in quotation marks, an idea that is fairly controversial, creating a team of successful African Americans versus a team of successful whites. Whether people like that idea or not is somewhat reflective of our vicious world, end quotation marks. That's the end of the thing as well. But yeah,
so what racist? He wanted to make an annoying show. We have Jackass for fuck's sake.
The fact that they've said at the beginning, what is essentially, that's your interpretation. That's someone's
That's
interpretation.
That's right, man. I don't fuck with that shit. What else did he say, Lee? We're not even in the 2000s yet, apparently.
No, that was 2005.
Tell me the Mexican War. I got some whole support. Or
I don't think the Mexican... Hang on, let me see.
What did he say about the Mexicans? Because
I don't know if the Mexican one's on here, but remember at the time of him pitching the whole build the wall over America to stop the immigrants coming in because they're bringing in drugs and
he said these people are rapists, they're bringing in drugs. You know why? Because they're illegal fucking immigrants, right? Again, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, motherfuckers, I'm just poking holes and playing devil's advocate. But these are illegal immigrants.
But illegal immigrants aren't all those things. You
Fair
don't
enough.
understand that. Most of the time they're fleeing countries.
But there are. Do you believe there's no rapists coming from Mexico at all? Surely there's some.
I believe I will give you one.
There's the cartel.
One of every type of those that he named will be coming in. 100%.
Correct. So that's what he's saying. Listen,
the fact that he hasn't distinguished between all and those.
He has in my mind. This is the way I see it. Let me explain why. Because he goes, we need to build a wall. Because he says and they always cut it to these people are drug dealers, they're rapists. But what he says before that, I'm pretty sure he goes, the people they're coming here illegally. These are not good people. These illegal immigrants. Some of these people are rapists. They bring drugs. They fuck everything up. They steal. He's saying that he is to me saying that about the illegal immigrants. Because that's what it's in context to. He's not saying all the Mexicans. He in fact, he goes, I love Mexicans. The next day he's eating fucking Mexican food.
This is it.
Tell me.
Trump says, in quotation marks, Mexican immigrants are rapists or they're bringing crime, they're bringing drugs. So he's saying, by saying Mexican immigrants, you're not separating the good from the bad, because
those are quotation marks.
Not all Mexican immigrants will be rapists. There will be some fleeing,
but I believe
drug-torn parts.
I believe him again. I have to say this because
that's what I mean.
People are gonna hate me. I don't like Trump. Whatever, bro. Fuck him. But I just sometimes I'm like I've seen the video of those speeches, and I swear I could be wrong. My memory could be faded or misconstrued. In which case, I do apologize and all that. But what I saw with the Mexican stuff is that I saw he's building a wall for the illegal immigrants because they're getting in here without having to do the proper procedure. And a lot of these people, because they can't get work because they haven't done the proper procedure and don't have the papers, they end up stealing, bring crime, do drugs. Some of them end up being rapists, not all of them, etc. My only thing is I do believe when I saw the video, he did say illegal immigrants. I didn't see just immigrants.
But that's the thing. Even if you're an illegal immigrant, right, if you're fleeing your country because it's war torn and you've illegally skipped the border,
I understand.
That doesn't make you a rapist.
Listen, I'm the biggest advocate for the best way I've heard it is the way Joe Rogan says it. I don't understand the difference that if you're born on a patch of dirt here, you can't go on a patch of dirt here. I get it, but also to play devil as advocates of that. You know what the reason is that you know the reason that exists is because, dude, then if anyone could go anywhere and go, this just belongs to everyone. You could have worked on, you know what I mean, your nice house and everything, and dude, like 6 people can move into your backyard. These are things that exist. Like, we have the best time of humanity right now, man. You know, things have been worse.
No, I don't think we have the best kind. I think we have the best of what there's been.
I mean, in the sorts that we're most comfortable. A lot of people are housed. We've got great technology now. It's never been easier for humans.
I'm pretty sure like poverty and not poverty, but homelessness is higher than it's ever been in certain.
Yeah, but before, Lee, everyone used to live in a fucking tent. You know what I mean? Like when Vikings and stuff were around. That's what I'm comparing it to, Lee. Yeah, well, okay, there's homeless. I'm not saying there's no homeless.
No, but you just said everyone has a home, and I was like, most people, homelessness is higher
more people than ever, I think. Homelessness is higher than ever. Where'd you see that?
In most countries, in London, it's a big problem. In New York, it's a massive problem. They're always talking about things like that.
That's fair enough, but some of these people as well choose to be homeless, you know what I mean? I do have to say that. I have a great sympathy for the homeless, but I've seen a lot of the homeless,
some of them do, you're right.
They hustle, bruh.
So they do. But, but that's, again, you can't just label all of them just because you've seen a few.
I'm not labeling all of them. I always say some. But again, I don't know about this Trump thing. Again, look, I apologize, I say some crazy shit. Half the time I'm just trying to be funny anyway, and what the fuck do I really know? You know, love me, hate me, whatever. But sometimes I just don't see it, you know what I mean? Do you got any more things he said? Yeah. Give me some more racist stuff. You know, again, we can agree to disagree, but maybe I'm wrong about the Mexican war. I love Mexican food.
I mean, the ban on Muslim thing. What do you think about the ban on Muslim thing?
Okay.
So he put it in.
That was in the time of ISIS. That was when ISIS terrorists were getting on planes to come to America and fuck with them. One thing we forget that apparently even I didn't know, and I used to make jokes. I was like, Corona, where's ISIS gone? You know where they went? Donald Trump fucked up ISIS. I forgot about that. He destroyed ISIS. You know why? Because Obama didn't want to give military funding to the military, I should say. And Trump just came in and goes, listen, what do you need to do? Let's fucking do it. And they wiped out ISIS. That's why we don't have ISIS. It's not because they have Corona. It's because it's fucking, he did it. So, and the Muslim ban's done now. So he put Muslim ban's still in place. There's no Muslims allowed to come to America.
Still in place, 100%.
Google that.
That's what it says.
Show me. Read out an article.
It's actually one of Joe Biden's first things to lift.
Show me, please Google that, because I seriously didn't know that. The Muslim ban, there's a Muslim ban in America. If that's true, then that's fucking outrageous. Okay, Muslims are some of the best people I've ever met. I always say I'm going to be controversial here, right? Not many people might like this, but out of the Christians, the Jews, the Buddhists, the atheists, all that, the most hospitable people I think are the fucking Muslims. No, I shouldn't swear, I apologize, man. Muslims are so nice, they always want to feed you, they always want you to sit down, have a good time, dude. They look after you, man. They don't mind sometimes. They're like Christians. Christians want you to join their religion, do Bible study all the time. No, I'm not doing that.
It says the Supreme Court have upheld it. But that's not Trump, that's the Supreme Court. In 2018, the Supreme Court decided to uphold it, not Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
So
maybe he started it. That's right. Is there seriously a Muslim ban in America right now?
No, I just said it's been upheld since.
What is upheld? I thought upheld.
Doesn't upheld mean it's. Oh, no, wait.
Upheld usually means it's still on, right?
Yeah.
Dude, what excuse you got? I got English as a second language, bitch. You should know this. Are we seriously Googling the definition of upheld?
No, I'm reading the thing again. On June 26, 2018, the US Supreme Court upheld the third executive order and its accompanying travel ban in a 4-5 decision, with the majority opinion being written by Chief Blah, whatever his fucking name is.
Blackface. So what does that mean, Lee? Did you figure it out? No. It's back to square one. So if there's a Muslim ban, that's fucking outrageous. Are you serious? I don't think. Surely there's not. That's crazy.
Yeah, there is. Like it's. I mean, I'm googling if it's still in place.
That's nuts, dude. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That's some of Trump stuff. Now, while Lee quickly googles that and finds out about the Muslim ban, we're going to move on a little bit. Still with Donald Trump a little bit, is that they took him off Twitter and they banned him off Twitter. Some people calling it an attack on free speech. I don't really know what it is. It is a private company. You can jump on anything else. But I heard a lot of people talk about it. One of them was Ira Glaser, I believe is his name. And he used to be some sort of a head professor, I believe it was at Harvard. He was on the JRE podcast. It's a very interesting episode, especially the beginning of it. I recommend watching to everyone, is because he talks about Trump and the free speech thing, and even he says that while they can take him off of Twitter and that, it doesn't set a good precedent, because the problem with, we don't have free speech in Australia, right? A lot of people think we do, but we don't, because there's a thing in Australia that exists which is called hate speech, right? And hate speech has very, very good intentions, and it comes from a very good place. This is per Ira Glass, and I tend to agree with him. And now I'm trying to speak more from me than from what he said, so you should definitely watch the episode. It's a new one on Spotify or whatever. But he says that basically the intention from these people who want to ban hate speech, and it's usually the minority groups. It's the gay people, LGBTQ. It's the women's rights, Black Lives Matter. In Australia, Aboriginals, right now we're doing it again, change the date, all that kind of stuff, which I don't know if many of you know, I'm Slovakian. I came to Australia later. I'm now an Australian citizen. I love living here. So if you want to change the fucking date, change the date. I've got no, do it if you like. If that's what they want and they ask for, that's not a problem to me. Just to clarify that, I know other people feel otherly. I don't have a dog in the race is what I'm trying to say. Back to the point anyway, is these minorities are usually the ones who want to ban hate speech, because they believe that, they're doing it as a good intention, which they are, that people are going to make fun of them for maybe being black, for being gay. They're going to be rude and just be very destructive with their words. And it's not going to come from a good place. And I'm all in up for that, right? But the thing that these people don't realize, and this is what this Ira Glass was saying as well, is that if you give the power to the government to do this, you're not the one who now gets to decide what is hate speech. And he comes up with very beautiful examples of where this has actually gone wrong before, right? This is why we actually do need free speech. It is better to clobber it out in the world of ideas with words and sit through the racism and listen to these bigoted ideas, rather than give the government the power to decide what's racist, bigoted, etc. Because once they get to decide, they might decide against you. Remember, they had this power before the government against the African American people, but they couldn't use the same bathroom. You start to give these kind of powers to the government, and they can do whatever they want with them. They decide. That's a problem. Who gets to decide what is hate speech, which is a big thing.
I'm pretty sure freedom of speech is in Australia.
We also have hate speech. You can be prosecuted for hate speech.
But I think we do have freedom of speech.
In America, you cannot be. I believe in America, you can't necessarily be prosecuted for hate speech. The way what you can be prosecuted for in America, I believe, is incitement. Which I believe here is called a fray. Like if you incite a riot through your words. Like literally, like you go, let's fucking take over this place and get these fuckers, and then you do
Trump's
it.
Going through.
But again, where he's going through that, but that's where I argue, did he say the words, right? And we're still kind of on the freedom of speech Trump topic. Like, did he say those exact words? Did he incite? I don't think he incited. He said words like, I'll see you at the thing, but he didn't say go and storm the Capitol and then and like cheered them on, you know what I mean? He said, again, I saw tweets that said, come with peace and love, and anyone breaking the law will be prosecuted. This is not, he said, there was a great tweet I saw where he said even the MAGA movement is not about any of this shit. It's about law and order. We're a country of this. A massive tweet. But they banned him off Twitter. Whatever. Fuck Jack Dorsey. We're not even on fucking Twitter. But who's on Twitter? What do you even do on Twitter? You just tweet shit. And people get angry. He said this.
That's what Facebook is as well, isn't it?
I'm not even on Facebook anymore. Fuck Facebook, dude. I go on Facebook sometimes.
Social media, it's what they help with.
That's why, Schmez, if you ever see this, bro, can you stop messaging me on Facebook? Give me a normal SMS or a text or whatever. Anyway, this guy always on Facebook and I never see it and I feel bad. It's ridiculous.
I hope he sees that.
Yeah, same. Anyway, so back to the point of this, giving who gets the right to decide this, right? It's very dangerous because once you give them the power and the laws are passed, it is now the law, and you have no say in it anymore. That's what people don't realize. They think, yeah, victory, the law's passed, and then these people might turn against you, and you're like, we're not racist. We're the ones who brought this in. They're like, well, it's the law now. This happens. This has happened before, and sometimes it happens again. Now, to continue on this, to further keep going down this road, can you Google for me this? It's a saying by Voltaire, because I fucking suck at doing quotes. There is a quote that's something like by Voltaire. I made this
V-O.
V-O-L-Tear.
Like T-E-A-R?
T-A-I-R-E, I believe. Bitch ass. English is second language.
So don't say it as if it's
Yeah. All right. So I will. He says something like this: I may disagree with what you say, but I will defend your right to the death to say it. Right? And I believe that's a very powerful fucking quote because again, it promotes free speech. I may disagree with you wholeheartedly, but I would like you to say it to me, and we can walk away, disagree. We can not like each other. We might not even want to be in each other's company, and that's okay. What's wrong with that? What the fuck is wrong with that? That we just everyone has to be friends? No, we don't. Fuck that guy. Jeez, a bit sometimes.
I might disagree with your opinion, but I'm willing to give my life for your right to express it.
There you go, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great quote.
Fantastic quote, see? And it just promotes this free speech. This isn't my quote, but this is my way of thinking, and I've said this to you many times, I think. I hope this makes sense, right? Imagine if we weren't allowed to say certain things, right? Like whatever it is. Even for example, like if someone really doesn't like black people or someone doesn't like gay people, you know, someone thinks all women are bitches or crazy or whatever, you know, there's some guys who are like that, they're just going along with the females. I was about to say gender. It is a gender, shut up. You know, I would rather that person, imagine they're not allowed to say that, right? So they never bring it up because they know at the risk that if someone can dob them in, they can maybe get prosecuted, there may be a fine at the minimum, right? So then they won't go around saying it. So then you might have a friend for like 7 fucking years who hasn't been allowed to say like he hates black people and it's your best mate. Is that the best mate you want? Yeah, and then one day you find out like, dude, you don't like black people? Like, you got a black girlfriend. He's like, yeah, that fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it get crazy. I would rather
You'd rather know, yeah.
Dude, I'd rather the person hear it and then the dog goes, like, that guy's racist, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
I want the warning. I want to know. I want to know these bigots and these fucking racists and these homophobes and all this because I'm like, well, that guy's an idiot. He's a moron, you know? And then I know what to do. It's very important to me, man. I think free speech should be...
As well, do you not think like the whole point of surely them not being allowed to say things like that is because they would assume that it would stop people from doing it, therefore trying to diminish the amount of racism, right?
What do you mean? Sorry, say that again?
So by telling people they're not allowed to say those things, right, they're then saying, well, hopefully it will be around less, which means people won't... Because you're not born a racist, you're educated to be a racist.
Sure.
That's the whole point. So if people stop talking about it, surely there would be less racists. I wouldn't say no racists, but there'd be a lot less.
I disagree. I think there would be closeted racists. Because you would, you know, I think that would be the problem. It wouldn't be that.
Well, but we have that now, right? We already have.
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. You know, hopefully we get to the stage one day. Like I said, the way I like to see it is different. Skin color to me is like a different fucking hair color.
Yeah.
That's my brother or my sister, whatever, dude. They're my people. And even if you look at DNA, I was listening to some other shit about. I was listening to aliens, some podcast about aliens, and the one thing they said, they go, the thing with.
What is it? I want to watch it.
I'll tell you that. Shut up. We're in the middle of the podcast.
So they can watch it.
Hey, we're talking about this right now. Shut up, Lee. This guy fucking into. This is why I'm on camera. Anyway, so and what he said he was talking about that we're very destructive. That he was arguing that humans aren't actually very intelligent because we're very racist. We're very tribal. What it is in the end is tribal. It's my tribe versus yours. We are white against the blacks. Some people do, you know. Me and Lee don't do that, but some people do this little tribalism. They got all fucking monkey breath. They go ooh and they're fucking ready to throw spears at each other. Dude, you know what I mean? Don't tell me there's no racist black people out there. They fucking exist.
Oh, yeah.
I've met them, you know. No worries. I love everyone. They're my brother and my sister, even if they're racist. I'm not gonna fucking start you. I love everybody. But what they said is that the human genetic makeup, the part where our skin color, our hair color changes is so minuscule it barely makes up our DNA. You know what I mean? And we're here arguing over all this kind of shit. You know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous. Anyway, we're covering all these fucking subjects. So that was the racist thing about Trump. You know, that was what's happening in America right now. That's how we kind of think about it. That's the shit that be going down 2021. That's what I be telling you. 2020's done. Look at this shit. Fuck, here we go back. Imagine 2022. I'm getting scared, Lee.
I saw the greatest meme the other day. It was fucking one of those ones from last year where it's like, if you watch Avengers Endgame at such and such a time, Tony will do the snap on midnight and you enter the year. Someone's comment on it was, we did this last year and look what happened.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Find them right now. I've got a few more funny things I want to talk about here real quick. It's too much. It's all about this Trump kind of stuff. Maybe we kind of roll. The Horn guy. Did you see the Horn Viking guy?
From the riots.
He's from the riots.
He was the main guy, right?
Dude, there was no.
Well, he's the main photo.
He's the main. He's the head.
He's the main
You know what? The
photo.
one thing that pissed me off. That guy's out of his fucking mind. Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I'm smiling. I'm just smiling. Like, how crazy can you get?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the one thing that pissed me off again. I have to hit back at the news here, dude. This really got to me, right? He had tattoos here, right? He had the Volknot. He had Mjolnir, I think, or Gungnir.
Yeah, definitely.
And he had Yggdrasil, I think it was. You know what they are? You know what those were?
Most of them are fucking symbols of what? Like they're Vikings.
Vikings. You know what the news said? He was wearing far right, like Nazi symbols.
Did they really?
They didn't say.
I haven't seen that.
No, I hope I've got a photo of it. Yeah. They didn't say. Sorry, I don't think they said Nazi, but they said far right, and they said racist, and they basically.
Isn't that what Trump supporters are? They're far right.
Sure, but they don't all have Viking tattoos. Hear me out, let me finish. They put a list of different tattoos of Vikings to watch out for in case you encounter racist people.
Right.
I was sitting there like, I want to get this tattoo. I'm not a racist, this is Viking. Has anyone seen Vikings on the History Channel? Dude. Yay.
On the History Channel.
Hey?
On the History Channel?
Yeah, bro, it's been done by a History Channel. History Channel did it anyway, they produced it. Can you give me an axe for Christmas next year? Maybe that'd be fun. We go to the parks, throw out some trees, get rid of some bin chickens. We'd be clearing out the population.
I had an axe actually for camping.
Did you?
Chop some wood.
But like a good axe, like a Viking axe?
Like a little hatchet.
Nah. Building canoes, these out there building canoes out of fucking bamboos. So yeah, that pissed me off. What Viking tattoos are racist?
Yeah, no.
That's fucking stupid.
Unless they have one, but no, those ones that you mentioned.
Dude, he had the Volknot, which is the triangles intertwined.
Yeah.
The other one I think was Yggdrasil, which is, I can't remember, I looked them all up. And the last one I'm pretty sure is meant to be either Mjolnir or Gungnir, which is Odin's fucking spear. It's the hammers, yeah. So I was like, this guy just thinks he's a Viking. He's clearly out of his fucking mind, you know what I mean? So, you know what the funny thing is? You know, they asked him, why are you wearing the horns and the stuff? You know what he said?
What?
So I can get media attention. Who's their number one guy? This plan works. You fucking people idiots. Do you know what I mean with these
He
people?
is the poster boy of all.
Do you know
I
what
have
I mean?
seen those outlets that are using that.
This is what we have to deal with, Natalie. This is news.
No, but it's news has always been fucked. That's why I don't watch it.
No, it hasn't. News has not always been like this.
I feel like it has, bro. Like I don't ever remember. The thing is corporate news corporations are owned by someone, and you've got some that will be left, some that will be right, some that will be Labour, some that will be Liberal. So therefore, those news channels are obviously going to follow the path that their owner wants them to follow. If the owner is a liberal guy, he's going to only want to promote liberal positive agendas. If the owner of the company is Labour, he's only going to want to promote Labour positive.
Lee's right, we're starting our own news. It's fucking on. We're going to be middle. Fuck all these hippies and Nazis. Left, right, fuck out of here. Me, Lee, news anchor, and what do you do? He's a teleprompter guy. And the laugh track. You gotta laugh on cue now.
Laugh track?
Yeah, start laughing on cue, bitch.
Dennis doesn't believe that stand-up comedians use laugh tracks.
No, I believe the hacks do. Some of the shitty ones do. But if you get like a legit like Bill Burr, I don't believe Bill Burr would use a laugh track. You know why? Because he fucking kills, dude.
On his specials, I think he would.
I do not believe it.
Because I don't think that they record the level of the audience well enough for it to be as loud as it is. I don't.
That's fair. Neither of the
It's
certain
a known
production.
thing. Like it's a known thing.
I believe some of the hacks that were the hacks that are like the shitty ones or whatever who are just trying to be funny. I don't believe they would, man. Some people would. Look, what I would say again, you're doing what you're saying I did with the Mexicans. It's not all comedians, Lee.
I'm not saying it's all comedians.
You said all. Lee said all.
No,
it's on camera.
For their specials, I think there's a laugh track as well as a live audience track.
Stop there. Stop there.
No, because I want to finish.
No, I don't, but all comedians with their specials have a laugh track. You're saying every single one.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't. I believe some do. Sure, I believe a lot do. I don't believe all of them do. Some of them don't need it. The way fucking Bill Burr makes people laugh, you do not need a laugh track, dude. Those people are dying. That's why they call it
I'm not
killing.
saying they're not, but I think the level that's boosted for your.
I don't believe so. Fair enough. Agree to disagree.
So a lot, like, because I don't think we can Google whether or not it does. I will try after this.
What? And who's going to admit it?
Well, no. The definition of a laugh track is this: a laugh track is a separate soundtrack for a recorded comedy show containing the sound of audience laughter. In some productions, the laughter is a live audience response instead. In the United States, where it is most commonly used, the term usually implies artificial laughter made to be inserted into the show.
into the show. It's a comedy show. This is
What's
a comedy
Bill
special.
Burr's- Yeah, what's Bill Burr's?
Paper Tiger.
No, it didn't say just that, but yeah, what's it called? Sorry?
Paper Tiger. Bill Burr, Paper Tiger. Again, I get what you're saying, Leon. I don't wholeheartedly disagree. I just don't think it's all of them. I think it's some of them.
I wonder if it would be in the credits. That would be cool.
We'll look it up later. Anyway, we'll get back to you about these live tracks. Now, we've got a few more things to talk about, Lee. They changed the coon cheese. It's gone. They did it.
I know, it's gay.
What's the poor guy, dude? He just wanted to give us cheese. And
I
now
mean, he
look
doesn't
at
own
him.
the company anymore.
Because he's dead.
It's a Canadian guy that owns it.
Yeah, because he's dead. He was looking 80 to 86, the coon cheese family was born.
Yeah.
Now it's, what is it, cheer cheese?
Cheer, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I ain't buying that cheese. I ain't gonna cheer.
I mean, I never bought it anyway, so.
Yeah, you got Audi, cheap cunt.
I
joking.
don't buy cheese from Audi.
Lee barely likes cheese. They changed the cheese. I really didn't believe that was racist. If some people did, fuck, you're gonna have a cry. Fair enough, man. You know, I just don't think some of these things are racist. We're gonna go back to the racist stuff. Lee, you wanted to talk about trans sports, didn't you? Lee had some shit to say about that.
I think it's
Lee's got the hots for a trans person in sports.
Fuck yeah.
One of the girls to guys come.
What is it? What was the thing I posted? There's an AFL player who's gone from male to female,
You can't do that.
and he wants to play AFL
You can't.
in the female league. She wants to play AFL.
Excuse
in the
me.
female league.
Yeah, you can go male to female and transition. You can do that. I didn't mean that. I just meant that you can't go
Do the
play.
sports.
Yeah, you can't go play
Yeah.
female or
You
AFL
can't,
now.
yeah.
Well, you're gonna elbow females now in the face just
Yeah.
because you think. Not just because you think you're one. You may be one, but you've always been a man. Like, oh my god,
The
I'm
difference
scared to get in
between-
trouble here.
The,
but
the
fuck.
difference between your DNA makeup and the structure of your body dictates that you are of a more physical nature.
Yeah, you grew up and you were produced, like certain chemicals were in your body that developed your body, such as higher levels of testosterone. You know, again, I don't mind. I got nothing against trans people. Some of them look better than real girls.
They should create leagues for them. I think is
Or-
the way around it. You know,
They should, and here's the argument why. You know the other thing they should do, like we said one day, they should do sports where they fucking drug test their shit out of you. Everyone's clean. And then they should do leagues where they fucking
Pump the
juice
steroids.
to the girls. I want to see fucking balloons playing rugby, bro. I want to see a fucking 17-foot fucking person fucking doing MMA with someone, bro. Let's go.
100%, I'm down for that as well.
Huge-
They would never do it, but that would be great. It's like,
We should human growth hormone. Very nice. English second language, very nice.
but yeah, no, because if by that nature, then if Francis Ngannou, the UFC fighter, was to have a sex change and become female, and then go into the female divisions and start knocking them out,
I think you could do it.
but that would be, imagine that, man. You'd be killing people. You can't be doing that. I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. I'm all for creating
You know-
your own leagues. I'm all for being transgender. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
I
But
love the transgender people.
don't
They're
be
all good.
trying
I
to
love-
play in-
Whatever, man. Listen, yeah, that's why I always say. That's why I push back with Lee on the comedians. Like he pushed back with me with the Trump and the Mexicans, because you should never say all people. It's not all people. It's not all gay people. It's not all fucking trans people. It's not all black people. Some people are just cunts.
yeah.
What do you do? What do you do, Lee? You just fucking sit back, have a big yoo-hoo. You know what the
Make
solution?
them pedal for electricity.
That's the rapists and the pedophiles, or the pedophiles. You know, that's the solution to pedophilia. Is if you get caught doing it, we're gonna strap you to a bicycle and pedal for electricity.
Let's just clarify about you saying if you get caught doing it doesn't mean that you're sticking up for not getting caught and doing it.
No, we catch them all like Pokemon, bro. We gotta catch them all the pedophiles. Imagine that's how they came out with Pokemon. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm losing it slowly. The solution for now, right, for the transgender sports, I think, is chromosomes. Do chromosomes. What's your chromosome?
Yeah.
You can be female, you can be male, you can be transgender, you can be swappy, lefty, righty, whatever the fuck you want to do. We'll test your chromosome. You swap.
Yeah. What's your
It's
chromosome?
called
You
swap. It's
play any
transition.
chromosome?
It's cool, man. I'm down. Do you think it's the tits? Whatever. You know, lose your dick.
Grow a dick.
Can they do that now? It's like Jack
Yeah, don't they just
Jack and the Beanstalk?
I swear they can artificially.
I don't think you can grow.
I don't think it does like the set. Like I don't think you're gonna get sperm. But
Oh, you're definitely not getting sperm.
but like I think they can grow. Like not grow, but make.
Can you Google? Can they grow a dick?
Like,
on
I
a
don't think
female?
it's grow. Like I think they operate and they attach.
Can you? Okay. What? Say it. attached? What are we doing here? I want to know.
I swear I've
I
heard
want
about
to
it.
know.
I swear
Let's
I'll
let people
Google
know.
it, but I swear
Tell
they
me.
take skin from somewhere.
I want to know if they're doing this. Because that is fucking amazing, dude. What's the next? If they can do that, can they make your dick bigger? You know what I'm saying? Not that I need it. Leave might. I'm just bringing it up.
A metatoid plasty is a method of constructing a new penis or neopenis.
Neopenis. We're in the Matrix, bro.
It involves changing the clitoris into a penis. The person will receive hormone therapy before the surgery to enlarge the clitoris for this purpose. During the procedure, the surgeon will also remove the vagina and the vaginectomy. So they grow a penis.
How big does the clitoris get?
Penis size.
Do you get a pin or do you get
I
like
guess
a
it
fucking
makes
7
sense,
incher,
right? Because
bro?
that would be what we were all born with, right?
Listen,
And then
we weren't born with it. We were developed like that. Yes.
No, but they say we all start out as a female
yeah,
embryo.
not when you're born with.
If I said born, fair enough.
I know what you mean. Yeah. You fuck your words up. But listen, if they can grow a clit, why can't they grow a dick?
I think that's what they're doing. I think they can.
Can you grow? I don't need to grow my dick.
Like, I mean, there's all those.
Leaders.
There's all those places that say you can do it, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
whether
but
they
then, have
work.
you seen the photos when they don't work?
No, I haven't seen the photos.
I have. Don't Google them. That's all I can say. Don't Google them. I don't need it. I don't need a bigger dick. I'm just saying. So yeah, we're on the same page with the transition folk. We love you guys, you know what I mean. But I just think the sport thing's a bit crazy. And I wonder, do you think some of these people have done it on purpose to be the number one athlete?
That's what we get. I
reckon?
believe there would be a minority of the population doing that, right?
But do you?
Sure, because there are people that are that
So-
addicted to their own, whether it be
That
UFC
competitive.
or, yeah, exactly, that competitive edge. And if they're not quite at the level to do it in their own
That
gender,
they would get a sex change just to
I
be
reckon.
number one. You reckon?
I'm not saying that like hundreds of people.
No.
do this,
I know.
but,
It's the few that we know.
Yeah.
There's definitely few.
who
I'm
do
just
we know?
saying.
Who do we know?
The few that are in the news, not
Yeah.
personally. I'm saying the few that I've seen in articles and mainly the internet. But I just wonder, you know, that's a fucking big chance. Like, and you can't go back sometimes, dude. You know, especially how far did you go? How far do? Listen, they should do this. This will stop it. If that is a thing,
Stop it.
If that is a thing, I've got a theory. This is what we do. If that is a thing, that there's people out there purely getting sex changes just to be number one track runner, you gotta lose a dick. No dick.
Forever.
No dick, no run. No dick, no run. That's the only way. Cause listen, where's the females who turned to men who were competing in men's rugby? None of them. Where's one? What trans woman to man is competing in fucking high jump with the men? Sure, Google it, Lee.
No, I'm doing something else because I heard there was a UFC fighter that wanted to do the same thing.
There was one who already did it. That's where Joe Rogan went nuts on. Because there was a female fighter, there was a male fighter transitioned to female, didn't tell anyone and started beating the shit out of women. And there was no good technique, it was just power. Like, it was fucking them up. Funnily enough, even that transgender woman got beaten by a woman. Like, there was a badass MMA female fighter, beat the shit out of her. It was like, oh, you got some too, bro. Because that's what Joe Rogan was saying, is that this transitioned individual, there was no technique. They were just fucking
Powerhouse.
just slapping these girls sideways, dude. Not cool, you know? So that's the thing, you know? Those are some of the stuff we wanted to talk about. Times are tough out there. We've been wearing masks. We're bitching about there'd be first world problems. Pretty good. Other people got it tough, you know. But look, yeah, we took a holiday. We're going to be doing this podcast. We're going to be having some guests on. We're going to be having some friends on talking about past experiences as well. One thing I want to talk to you about, Lee, is we're going to talk about, maybe have some friends on, is religion. Lee's a religious individual, are you, Lee?
No.
You like no, he's not. Sorry, I forgot. It's the other way. You don't believe in the Jesus?
I have my own beliefs, but I don't believe in
You got the Torah?
the Torah.
He doesn't even know what the Torah is.
No, bro.
You got the Quran, bro?
I believe in gravity and human nature.
We believes in gravity. All these other people are like, dude, gravity's only a theory. Lee's like, gravity! That's my God. I jump, I come down. God.
I just believe in natural elements and fucking.
Yeah, Lee gives very big answers. So I agree with the natural elements. It's fire, dude. It's the water. It fills a cup. Take shape. It's Bruce Lee that said that, not the water. Yeah, I don't know, you know. whatever. So I got the Odins, I got the Thor, I got
The mythical gods. Are they mythical? They're mythical,
I
right?
think it's a fuck.
Norse mythical.
I got Odin, I got the Viking gods, bro.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
saying that, Catholicism or anything aren't mythical either, but
I am.
no.
I'm fucking saying that. That's what I'm fucking saying, Lee. Don't speak for me. Listen, we're going to be doing this podcast. We're going to be doing it consistently as we can for you guys. We hope you like it, man. Leave us some comments. If anyone wants to come on, chat about some stuff, some of the outrageous shit I say, please do come on. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be thought-provoking, even though I'm a fucking idiot. So this is coming from a normal guy to you people. Stay safe out there, wear your masks. We're off to do some ninja shit. Peace out, bitches.